Hey guys, it's Lindsay. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm going to do another VSG update, or vertical sleeve gastrectomy, gastric sleeve update, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, I've been a little bit sporadic on my channel here over the summer. I had really wanted to just get right back into YouTube and do tons and tons of updates and tons of videos. And that, of course, has not happened. We've just been super busy, so I apologize. I'm actually in the middle of refinishing my kitchen cabinets right now, and this process is taking me forever because I'm doing it like a little section at a time because I just don't have the room to take off all the doors and the drawers and stuff, and just I don't want them all over my house, so I'm just doing it a little section at a time. So it's taking me a really long time, but that has definitely been keeping me busy. We've also been doing a lot of family stuff over the summer, but I did want to hop on here today and just talk to you guys about how life with a sleeve is going. Today is August 12th, 2019. I had my sleeve done almost 2 months ago, so I'm just going to go ahead and call this my 2-month update. My sleeve was done on June 17th, 2019, so like I said, just about 2 months ago I had my sleeve. And long story short, I'm loving my sleeve. I think this is probably one of the best decisions that I've ever made for myself. I'm so happy with it. I feel like I have been really lucky with my sleeve, and I haven't had any kind of complications or anything aside from the really low blood pressure that I had just about a week after I had gotten the procedure done. But that was, of course, related to the medication that I was on, so not just sleeve related. But today I'm just going to go through and kind of give you guys a few little updates and just let you know how things are going with the sleeve. So first and foremost, I'm sure you guys are pretty curious about how much weight I've lost since I got my sleeve. Total, since my highest weight ever recorded, I've lost 38 pounds. And then since surgery, I've lost about 22 pounds. So I think I'm doing pretty good. 22 pounds in 2 months, I don't think is too bad, or even a little bit less than 2 months. I don't think that's too bad, especially considering I was on the lower end of the BMI scale for surgery to qualify for the surgery. I only qualified for surgery because I did suffer from high blood pressure. I've had high blood pressure since I was pregnant with my son back in 2011, so it's definitely something that I've dealt with for a really long time, and that is the reason why I was able to get the surgery, was because I had the high blood pressure. So I started out at a lower BMI, so I think 22 pounds in about 2 months is pretty good. So I'm really happy with that. Of course, I feel like my body has changed quite a bit. I had to go buy some new pants. I had to buy a new bra. I bought a couple of new shirts. I've been pulling out some old shirts that hadn't fit for a couple of years, which has been kind of fun. So yeah, that's been kind of fun, but also a little bit expensive because I did have to go and purchase some new items, but I knew that that was going to happen, and that's always kind of fun too. But let me tell you, I used to always buy Gastric bras. Those were my absolute favorite bras. They're the bras, it's the bra company that's owned by Lane Bryant. I've used those bras since I was in college, like pretty much exclusively. They're really well made. I've always really enjoyed those bras. However, they're kind of expensive, so I knew going into this that probably over the next year or so that I was going to have to buy quite a few different sizes of bras to get me into where I'm going to be like a little bit more stable in my size. So I was doing a little bit of research, and I saw that Target has a new line out. Is it Arden or Ouden? I don't remember exactly what it is, but I will link to the bra that I ended up purchasing down below because it is amazing. It is so good. Now, I only purchased it, like I said, because I knew I was going to have to buy quite a few bras over the next year or so. So I wanted something cheaper, and these bras are $20. They're $20 as opposed to like at least $40 for the Gastric bras. So I went ahead and I purchased this just thinking that, okay, you know, this will get me through the year, and then I'll go back to my Gastric bras. And don't get me wrong, I think Gastric is great. However, these Ouden or Arden or whatever they're called are incredible. It is like the most comfortable bra I've ever worn in my life. And it does have underwire. I am a girl that absolutely needs an underwire bra. But they're awesome, and they're $20. So even if you're not like in a stage where you're going to be losing a lot of weight, still check out these bras because they're so great. So like I said, I will try and remember to link to the bra down below, the exact one that I have, because there are a few different versions. But I love it. It's so soft. It's just so comfortable. It's amazing. So I think even after I get into my right size, if they still make a size for me that I can wear from that line, because that is considered a plus size line, I'm pretty sure. But I will continue to purchase those bras as long as I can because they're awesome. So I just wanted to give a little shout out to the new bra that I bought. And then I went and I purchased some new jeans at Burlington. I don't think I'd really ever shopped for clothes for myself at Burlington in like years, probably since I was like in high school. But I found a really awesome fitting pair of jeans. They're getting a little bit loose now, which is not a bad thing. And I think they were only like $15, so those were pretty cheap as well. Bought a couple of t-shirts at Target. One of them, again, is getting a little bit loose on me, but it is what it is. And I think the two that I bought recently were only like $5 each. And even if it's a little bit baggy, you can still wear it, right? Just like I've been kind of like tucking the side of one of the sides into the pocket of my like high-waisted jeans that I just bought. And that's kind of a cute little look. So I like that. Sorry, I know I'm kind of talking a little bit fast, so I'm going to try and slow it down. What else can I update you guys on? Just, I guess, as far as what I'm eating, I'm probably at this point now getting between like 700 and 900 calories per day. And I think that's a really good place for me right now. And again, I just want to say that is not healthy for somebody who is not being supervised by a medical professional and a nutritionist. Please don't just go out and eat 700 calories a day if you have not talked to your doctor, if you've not gotten this procedure or a similar procedure done, because that is not healthy. I'm not trying to promote people eating 700 calories a day. That's not what I'm all about at all. But for me right now with the sleeve, I think that's a really great place where I'm at. And I think hopefully going forward, I'm going to stay right at this range for the next few months. I think eventually they want to get you up to like 1,000 to 1,200 calories a day. But right now I'm doing really, really good between 700 and 900. Then as far as what I'm eating, I'm still pretty much sticking to protein only. Well, not exclusively anymore, but the first 5 weeks especially where it was only protein. That's the only thing that I was eating. I have been allowed now to incorporate a little bit of vegetables into my diet. I can eat about a half a cup a day. Sometimes I eat less. I think there's been a couple days where I just, for whatever reason, have not eaten any, and then some days I have eaten a little more. It just kind of, checks and balances here. I try to do the best that I can, but like I said, I think I'm sticking to the diet pretty well. And then as far as the protein goes, a lot of chicken breast. I have eaten steak a few times, cheese. I eat so much cheese. But yeah, that's pretty much my diet. And then of course I do still have my Premier protein shakes. As far as the flavors of those, I like the chocolate, the strawberries and cream, and the caramel. I was not a fan of the cookies and cream, and I know a lot of people really, really like that one. I didn't care for that. My husband had that one as well. He said that he liked it. No, I would not personally purchase that one again, but in general, I don't mind drinking those shakes. I typically have one of them per day, and it's a great boost of protein. There's 30 grams of protein in each shake, and I definitely would not be hitting my protein goals if I didn't have those shakes, so I am very heavily reliant on those shakes at this point, because I'm trying to get about 80 grams of protein per day, 70 minimum, but typically in the last week or so, I've been really good about getting at least 80, and then even more would probably be even more beneficial, especially if you're going through a little stall like I am right now. I can't remember if in that last video I talked about going through a stall. I don't think so, because I think at that point I was just a little over a week out. I hadn't really hit it, or I hadn't really known that I'd hit it yet, but I had a 16-day stall, meaning the scale didn't move for me for 16 days. It just kind of like ping-ponged back and forth like the same 2 pounds. It was so frustrating because it was like weeks 2 through 4 basically after I had the surgery. So that was really frustrating, but it's totally normal. So just to anybody out there who has not gone through the surgery yet, or who has just had the surgery, know that a stall is most likely coming. And you'll get through it. Just stick with your plan. It's just your body's way. It's basically, I think your body is kind of going into starvation mode because you have completely changed the way you're eating. Your insides have gotten all mangled. You've been through a lot. So I think it's your body's way of just trying to conserve as much energy as you can. So you're not going to lose a lot of weight. You will actually probably see yourself changing. And I didn't do this, but I would recommend taking measurements of yourself. I don't know why I never did. I didn't take measurements. I'm not that concerned about it personally, but it would be very interesting to me to see if somebody who is going through a stall, even if it's like a 2-week stall, from the first day of the stall, or whenever you realize that you're in a stall, to the last day when you do start losing weight again, how much does your waist change, and your arms and your legs? Because I think it probably will still change just because you aren't eating, you're just not losing weight. Does that make sense? I hope it does. But anyways, I think I am in my second official stall here at just about 8 weeks post-op. And I think, again, that's pretty typical too. It happens to a lot of people, so I'm not overly worried about it. And this one has probably been going on for the last like 5-6 days, maybe at this point. But I'm really, really happy with where I'm at. Let me try and actually put a picture in, like a before picture and an after picture. I can't just pop it in and keep talking, so my computer is really, really old and I don't have that capability. But let me go ahead and throw a picture in here so you can see what I looked like the day before surgery and then what I look like now. And I gotta be honest, if I didn't lose another pound at this point, I wouldn't be mad. I gotta be honest. I'm actually really, really happy with where I'm at right now. Going back to like the clothes and stuff, I was in like plus size clothes for a really long time. And this shirt is actually a plus size shirt. But it's like an X. It's from Target from a couple of years ago. It's an X size, which is like the smallest plus size, and it fits me pretty well. But I can also fit in sizes from like the regular section, which is really, really exciting. So like my clothing options are just like endless at this point. So like I said, if I didn't lose another pound, I would be okay. I definitely will lose more, but I'm really happy with where I'm at right now. So I'm not stressing out about being on the stall too much. And like I said, I think even though I'm not taking, or even though I'm not losing weight, I'm sure I'm losing inches and my body is continuously changing. Then of course, there is one not so great side effect of the surgery that I feel is kind of starting to creep in, and that is hair loss. The other day I was at a picnic with my son and a bunch of our friends from school, and I was just pulling out hair left and right. I had not lost that amount of hair in that short amount of time in a really, really long time. Yeah, probably since I had my kids. You know, after you have a baby, a lot of times you do lose a lot of hair. And yeah, I think that's starting for me. I heard it didn't really typically start until month 3, and month 3 through 6 are typically like when your hair loss is going to be the worst. That's what I've heard. But for me, I don't know. And today it was okay. So maybe I'm not officially in that hair loss range yet, but I think it's coming for sure, and I'm really not looking forward to it. I don't think anybody's looking forward to it, but of course you gotta outweigh the pros. You know, you're losing weight, you're feeling good, you're looking good, all of that stuff with losing your hair. And most likely it is temporary, just like when you have a baby after postpartum. You know, your hair will eventually grow back. It's just your body's way of dealing with what you've put it through, basically, I think. So I am, of course, taking a lot of biotin. My main multivitamins have biotin in them, and then I'm also taking an extra vitamin or an extra biotin supplement just to really, really get as much in my body as I can to really help, you know, to really, really help with the weight loss, with the hair loss, so that I don't lose as much hair, you know, so that I save as much hair as I can. I know this video is kind of all over the place. I really didn't write anything down. I probably should have. Why is my watch beeping at me? Oh, it said I hit my step goal for the day. My doctor actually gave me this little, it's a Garmin, this little watch here. I don't love this thing. It's hard to see when you're outside. It's really hard to read the face of the watch, but I got it for free, so I'm gonna use it. So anyways, it was just beeping at me. But yeah, I probably should have written some stuff down, but yeah, I didn't. As far as like energy levels go, I feel like I'm really energetic in this video. My energy has been, whew, through the roof. And I know a lot of people say that they suffer with really low energy for quite a while after surgery, but I feel like ever since I hit like 3 weeks after surgery, I've just been so energetic. I've just wanted to do so many different things. My to-do list is like constantly changing because I keep crossing stuff off of it, which is awesome. So yeah, like I said, I'm just feeling really, really good. I love this. I love having a sleeve. I would recommend it to anybody that is thinking about it. It's just been a really, really positive thing for me. And of course, I'm worried and nervous and just hope that it doesn't happen, that, you know, I get really tired of this lifestyle and start to drift back into my old ways and start to eat carbs again and start, you know, yeah, you know what I'm saying, you know, start to overeat again, start to do all of that. But for now, I'm loving it. I can't say anything bad. I mean, the hair loss thing, that's been bad, but or could get bad potentially if I continues. But yeah, I'm feeling really, really good. So sleeve life is definitely the life for me. I had a good feeling that this was going to be something that I was going to be really, really happy with. I did a ton of research, as I mentioned in some of my previous videos, and I just know my personality, and I just know that if a doctor tells me to do something, like, I'm going to do it, you know? Like, I'm kind of a rule follower on certain things. Sometimes I'm not, but on certain things, like a doctor telling me to do something, and being that I have a physical restriction, I knew that would really help me, and I don't want to push that too far. I don't want to stretch it out, because when I had gestational diabetes, you know, I had to go see a nutritionist, and she was very strict about everything that I could eat and how many carbs I had to have and all of that kind of stuff. And because somebody else was involved in that, my daughter, who I was, you know, trying to keep as healthy as I could, even though I had gestational diabetes, that was my motivation, was keeping her healthy. So I stuck to that diet to a T. So because now it's obviously different. I know it's different, but in my crazy mind, it's kind of a similar thing, the way I have to follow this new way of life, because, you know, my stomach is now my baby. It's literally a baby stomach. So because I have that, it's just, I don't know. It makes sense in my mind. I don't know if I'm making any sense. And this video, I think, is getting super rambly. So I think I'm going to call it quits there. But hopefully over the next few months, I will be able to come on and do some more updates. Please leave me some questions down below. Feel free to connect with me over on Instagram. We've got a lot of positivity going on over there these days. I post a lot of inspirational stuff and some just like updates and stuff, a lot more like real-time updates. So feel free to follow me over there as well. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you have any questions, like I said, leave them down below or over on my Instagram. I'd love it if you'd go ahead and subscribe to my channel, click that bell so you know when I upload a video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!